Learn new vocabulary with me and you will never feel out of the place. You will feel very comfortable with the passage. Yes, so learn new vocabulary with me. These new words will be grasping power, and these new words will help you to not only understand but comprehend the passage successfully, correctly, meticulously, very carefully. The words we have for Hindu have been very selected words, and these words, play a very important role in your selection, right? So these words, do not take them for granted. Pay a special heed to them, and especially the words that we are new words that we are coming up from the Hindu vocabulary. Let's take up the words for today. I had taken up the last words. I think this was the last word yesterday that we had ended upon. That is, in a way, when you are in a defective form of you're boosting someone. This was our last words we had taken yesterday's class. To do a quick recap and taking up the words for today. The first word today is slump. Slump is something which is undergoing a sudden, severe, prolonged fall in price. This is called the rise in price. The price has taken off. We use the phrase taken off, right? And this is a decline in the price. So decline in the price, that is, price has gone down. A fall in the price. To undergo a sudden fall, a prolonged fall in the price, a plummet, plunge, tumble or drop, complete drop in the price, that will be the word slump. The opposite would be rise and soar, right? So this is the first word we have. There should be no slump in your vocabulary, right? Next word, cylinder. Cylinder is very thin and very delicate, often the way that is very attractive. It's small in amount, very less. When we say this word, we say the word meager, right? So we take the word meager, very small. Like we'll say where we have meager rain in Rajasthan, especially in Jodhpur, there is very little rain because it's a part of the Thar desert. So it's very little rain. So it's a meager rain. It's very thin and delicate. It's small amount, little bit of rain. The opposite would be naturally broad, fat, wide, too much, excessive. This is something which is punny, small, and that is mammoth or huge, very big amount. Next word, shambles. I do want to note this word very carefully. So taking up again the word with shambles. The word shambles, taking with the noun section, always ends with S. Shambles means pieces, remains, ruins, debris, dilapidations, this is something which is left, anything which is destroyed, the remaining part, that is called the word here, shambles. As I was talking of, this noun always ends with this, a state of a complete disorder, a confusion, a disorganization, a messed up situation, that is shambles. The opposite would be very organized, systematic. See, this is a chaotic state. This is very organized, systematic, tick-tee-boo. The idiom we use in apple pie order, very neat and tidy, very perfect, very comfortable. Next word, semblance. Can you see that word semble? Semble is to be the same. So we have the root semble, that is same in appearance. It's quite similar in appearance, in outward appearance or apparent form of something. Something where especially the reality is different. Its appearance, it's approx, एकदम बिल्कुल exact नहीं, but approx बना देते हैं. Naturally, this is also change of appearance. Have you heard the word camouflage? If you've seen the BSF people wearing a dress, this dress is neither green nor the khaki color dress, the brown color. But this dress is somewhat, when a person stands among the trees, you can't recognize the person, right? So this is a kind of a disguise, it's a kind of a camouflage, a covering over you. Rudimentary is the most important thing, something very important, fundamental. The most important word, this is fundamental. You must know the rudiments of law. You must know the rudiments of forming new words of vocabulary. The opposite would be the involving or limited to basic principles, introductory, remaining in an immature state, underdeveloped stage, basic stage, primitive stage, and a simple and unsophisticated state. The opposite would be advanced, sophisticated, and developed, right? Next word, rudderless. Can you see this root less? Rudderless, taking a clear sense of one is aims or principles. You are not having your fixed aim. See, when we say bullseye, your target is fixed. You know where your target stands. And when your target is not fixed, it's not sure, we say the word rudderless, right? Very simple word and very interesting word too. I hope you have noted down. There should be no slump in your vocabulary. Please, this is not a slender approach. Most of the actresses are very slender. The fort is now in shambles or pieces, and he has a semblance with his mother. She takes after, please note the phrasal verb, she takes after her mother. The rudimentaries of swimming have to be learned before you get into the pool, and don't have a rudderless approach. An approach should be very like bullseye. The next word, 4 important words have been noted down. Retro. Have you heard the word retro? Retro fashion, retro thing, retro style. This is going back, the ancient part, that is retro. Now when we have with consideration of the past event, something like if we say she was dressed in a retro style, that means in an old fashioned style, the style which was prevalent long back, that is retro. It's in backward looking, it's nostalgic, it is introspective style, a style which is no more in existence. This is something, if I would say, obsolete, outdated, out of fashion, not in vogue, that is retrospect, right? The opposite would be naturally future, likely, prospective, something which is more having a taste of the present times. Resolute. Resolute is very firm in your decision. Firm. It's very determined. It's very steadfast. Please note the word. The idiom we use, you stick to your ground. Right? It's a purpose, it is an admirable purpose, determined purpose. When you're very decisive, when you're very determined, you stick to your ground, you are resolute, firm in your thing. And it's very important in life that really you should be firm and steadfast related to your things. You're very stick to your ground. The next word, opposite would be faltering. You can see this root fault, F-A-L-T, that is mistake, fall. Hesitant, indecisive, irresolute, undetermined, unresolved, vacillating, wavering, weak-kneed. That means you don't have that strong determination to do something. So if you're weak-kneed, can you clat? No, that will be a problem. So you have to be very firm and determined in your approach related to clearing of clat. Next word with the root re, that is resilience. From the word re, that means again the capacity to recover again quickly from your difficulties. You know, we all are facing so many problems, so many difficulties. Even corona pandemic is spreading its wings everywhere. But then still to come out of those difficulties, being very tough and strong, very audacious, bold and brave, facing those things, being very flexible, very adjustable by approach, it's pliable. See the word pliable. Pliable means quite approachable, and having plasticity, that is resilience, means you can stretch that thing. You know, see in the elastic, you can stretch it and you can make it have any shape. That is what the word is, resilience. Such kind of people are very adjusting by nature. They are very adapting by nature. They adjust to whatever the given situation is, and they do not, make a lot of hue and cry related to what is lacking in things. The opposite would be very rigid, very, vulnerable, weak. A person who is very mulish, remember from the root mule and the hybrid form of donkey and horse, or very dogged, intransigent, stickler, unchanging, unadapting, a person who sticks to his views. So, rigid, stickler, adamant, obstinate, obdurate, mulish, intransigent, dogged, one who doesn't surrender, or unadjusting, or unadaptable, or untenable are the words which we use as the opposite for this. 12 synonyms. What more we could learn from so many roots. Next word, reiterate. Reiterate is to recap something. आपने देखा होगा, if you've seen the daily soaps on television something, you have the word recap. Recap means you're told what happened in the last part of it and you have a clarity in understanding. So every time I also do a quick recap, this was the route done yesterday, although not in detail because we have a very short duration of time. So whatever you say, in that case we use it, that is called reiterate. It's a recap. Say something a number of times, especially with emphasis, with clarity, repeat, restate, retell, recap. That is the word here. What this word which we repeat again, right? The next words. Taking up the word reckon. Reckon means to recognize something, estimate it, evaluate it, count it. Means you can know and evaluate what that thing stands for. Right? To think, to have an opinion of something, to calculate something approximately, an idea of something, an estimated value, that is the word reckon, right? Reap. Reap means to get the rewards of something. If you sow good, you reap the fruits of your hard labor. Please note the famous epigram, you reap the fruits of your labor. Means as you do, so shall you reap. If you are receiving a return for your effort, means you did something good and you're getting a reward or a favor for this, that is reap. You attain, you capture, you gain, you acquire, you get something in return. This is something that you get, attain something. And if you lose something, that is just the opposite, forfeit, accord or lose something. Next word, rational. What this word? You have to use your reasoning. Yes, your mind. Because English paper is entire paper, in fact, that is reasoning. Means, what does it mean? Simply using your mind. It's a reasons, it's a logic which is based on some action or belief. It's a reasoning skill, it's a thinking, it's a logic. Means use your mind and do things. Every time this is something we've heard, common sense is not very common. You have to just use your common sense and come across the right one. That is rational. The rational behind this approach. That means what is the logic behind it. Queer is something, queered is to spoil something, damage something, cause an impairment to it. You make that thing totally damaged, in a very dilapidated condition. You cause a lot of damage to it. It's in a destroyed and a vandal state. It's ruined totally. You spoil or ruin an agreement, an event, a situation. You spoil it, you damage it, you impair it. You cause a harm, obstacle, barrier to it. That is the word queered. Next word, purge. Purge means try to get rid of something, something which is unwanted. You don't want that thing. You want to get rid of that. That is purge. Please note this word. It's from the word purgation. That is purification. It is also called in English catharsis. Right? It's taking out what is there. This is word given by Aristotle in his famous book Poetics. Proscribe is forbid, not allow that thing, disallow that thing. And the last word, prognosis. Prognosis is a prediction. Anything that I tell is a forecast. Like, see, you're working very hard, you'll be selected. This is a prediction. See, prediction works when we are totally devoted to it. And I really want the prediction for clad paper comes out true and you come out in flying colors. With this good wish, with this good hope, let's start with new words for the next class. And for today, right, please note the words, do give your feedback, do tell us what change you felt in your performance, in your role, right? Please do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you, students.